Hi friends, hi. Hello, hi everybody. Hi Vivian, hi Renee, hi Roxana, Taylor, Kay, hi everybody. Woo. Okay, that was a lot. I hope that the video is okay. Can you guys hear me all right and everything? Oh my gosh, that was like a ride. Am I lagging? Hello friends. Hello Lori. Hi, hi. Okay, cool. My goodness, I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. I want it that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Hi, friends. Yes, everything is okay. Some of you guys who have missed it, I started late because I had some technical difficulties and I cannot express enough how much I appreciate you guys bearing with me. Um, yeah. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot for me. I have really bad anxiety. So that was just, I'm like still like hoping that everything stays nice and chill. So if there's any issues at all, like don't hesitate to just like put it in the chat. But wow. Okay. Hi. Hi friends. Woos. My husband had to come in here and give me a hug because I was like panicking. But thank you guys so much for being here. All is okay. All is good. I am excited for today. Today is kind of different. As you can see, you're a bit zoomed out. You can see a bit more of my space. And I have a little I want this to be a little bit closer, but I don't know if I can get it closer. But I have a little desk in front of me because we're gonna do some organization. I want to show you guys, give you a little sneak peek. So if you have noticed, I have a swatch for every one of my of the tutorials that are here on Yarn Over Hook. Well, I don't unravel them. I save them. um, so yeah, this is what we're going to work on today. If I don't work on it, like this is like our accountability space, right? So like we bring projects that like we need to work on, or like we use this space to like do stuff that we need to do. So we're gonna work on this today. And I have more here. Let me show you guys the full stack. So this is what we're gonna do. So we may even play a game of like, can you guess the stitch? Like, have you been watching the Yarn Over Hook tutorials? Like, you should be able to recognize all of these if you've watched the tutorials. Hi, Brunette Sinclair. So, oh, this is what we will be working on. So I have, let me show you what I got in the mail yesterday. Okay, here we go. I got this cute little thing. It's a, what is it called? Like a scrapbooking kind of album thing. And hi Roman. And Alexis had recommended during stitches to get one, like if I looked up like two, what are these called? I don't know, the binder things, but two, and then like a scrapbook. And so I was able to find one. And so we are going, oh no, not a test. I'm terrible at tests. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. Rings, thank you. 2-ring scrapbook binder, I think, is something that Alexis told me, like, look that up and you should be able to find what you were looking for. And so I did. It's so cute. I like it. It wasn't bad. The price wasn't bad, and there are a bunch of different colors, so I might just like get a bunch of colors because this is not going to fit all of them. I went through and it maybe will fit a third, maybe a quarter. But I'd have to like organize it a specific way. So what I'm thinking is it'll actually be like 2 sections. It'll be like, it'll be harder for my bigger swatches, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay. I can't tell you the number of times I've had to refilm something. I had to refilm, let me scissors. Like one of the intros. I think all of my scissors are out there. For a video because I held the swatch upside down. I have had to refilm intros because I held the swatch upside down. So that's just a little bit of honesty there, a little bit of transparency, you know, because we keep it real. We keep it real here. I have held swatches upside down in some videos. I'm pretty sure there's one I might have missed, but I'm not going to tell you which one it is. You'll have to go back and watch them and figure it out. Because I think that there's one that I realized after I uploaded it that the swatch might be upside down. Yeah, some of these are not easy to tell. Yeah, this is right. Anyway, so it's going to end up kind of like this. So I'm gonna have to do 2. Okay, I'm gonna have to do 2 like that. Hi, Vivian Crosby. Hi, Romney. Yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. You can fit many things and accessories on them. Oh, wait. Quick question. How do you get the yarn to stick to your wall? Oh, this one? Oops, I hit my hand. This one here? I used one of those tool pegboards, like the metal ones that you just put tools on, and I got 4-inch pegs. That's what I did. Specifically for mine, that's what I did. Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay. So let me see. I missed something. I did. Here we go. Thank you so much, Renee. Oh, good. I'm so glad that it went well, Renee. I'm really glad that it went well. Okay. So here we are. So we're gonna label these. I got like little labels. Got like little labels here. Influencer hand. And we're gonna label them. And then I don't know how I want to organize them. I don't know how I want to organize them. Because I don't want to just do it randomly because I'm gonna have to have multiple binders. So I want there to be a system of sorts. Like some sort of system where I know that this swatch is in this binder, if that makes sense. So we'll have to figure that out probably after labeling. Like maybe simple stitches, cluster stitches, text really textured stitches, maybe one-sided stitches. Oh, that would probably be a good one. One-sided stitches. Because like this one is the cobblestone and it's one-sided. So like that. Like one-sided stitches. Let me see. Yeah, I think, yeah, so we'll start there. Hi first, hi. For those of you who are new here, my name is Sammi. I teach crochet with Yarn Overhook. Yarn Overhook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. You can join for free via the link in the description below. If you are already a member, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you very much. Cool. Announcements. Today is International Crochet in Public Day. Did anybody go out and crochet in public? Hi, Annette. Anybody do some public crocheting? I did. I went to breakfast with my husband. We haven't gone out to breakfast in a long time. We've both been very busy. And I was like, oh, I'll bring my crochet and take some pictures. So I'll post a picture later. So we went and got breakfast and I started a purse for my friend. I didn't buy new yarn. I'm using yarn that I originally purchased, and I have a lot of it. Where did it go? Where did it go? I put it in here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's the purse. It's going to be a Japanese knot bag. So this is what we've started so far. I love the texture. This is just a moss stitch, but because of this yarn, because this yarn is already like textured really nicely, it's giving, it's like, oh, it's going to be so nice. It's going to be so nice. Thank you so much, Renee. Yeah, I love it. Create, learn, connect. Community. Community. Yeah, so this is what I started on today. I literally started it this morning. It's crocheting up so quickly. I'm very excited. If my friend is here, I hope that you didn't see that. But she knows. I think she kind of knows what I'm giving her. We like kind of decided on it. But yeah, I'm excited for this. So that is what I'm working on. Is my current works. We'll put this here so that I can find it more easily. And then today I have, bam, my yarn over hook tumbler, influencer hand, and some water. What did everybody bring to drink? What did everybody bring to crochet? You're fine, Renee. The yarn is 24/7. The Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. Where can I get that cup? You can get it on Yarn Over Hook. If you go to the shop on Yarn Over Hook, you can get it. Wait, Annette lost yarn chicken. Where? Where did I miss this? Hi, Catherine. How are you? I knitted in the bus and at the cafe today. This is nothing new for me. Who knit and crochet everywhere. I know, I'm always carrying something with me. Okay, I lost yarn chicken to my cardigan. No, boo. I wanted to, but it's been raining here all day. Bummer. No. And then I lost yarn chicken on my Mario C2C graph can. No. Oh no, friends. Oh man. I don't care how much it is, just take my money. That is the link there. The team shared the link, so you can click that link K and get one. Yeah, everybody get your yarn over hook tumbler. Cranberry sparkling water, working on a birthday blanket for my sister, Vivian, yay! And it's Vivian Crosby. I'm working on my teddy bear play panels, yay! Yay, how many do you have? How many do you have left? Okay, so yeah, so today was International Crochet or Knit in Public Day. And then friends, did anybody else get that email from Joann? Let me see. Because Mars posted it on Yarn Over Hook. Oh my gosh. Brunette, that looks incredible. Is this for you? How does it fit? How do you feel? Incredible, incredible. Oh my gosh. Friends, if you haven't seen Brunette just posted it. That is beautiful. Holy cow. And the beads are perfect. I feel like you put the perfect amount of beads on there. Hi, Sonia. I'm putting together an IKEA bookshelf to help organize the hoard. Yay! It is an organization day today. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so there was an email, friends. There was an email that was sent out. Joann sent it. It said, Joann X Michaels. Dear Joann customers, it's hard to say goodbye to a brand you love. We appreciate every single customer who has visited our stores or site over the past 82 years. That's why we're leaving you in good hands. Michaels is excited to welcome you into their stores. With over 10,000 styles of fabric online and an ever-expanding selection of fabric, notions, and sewing supplies in store, Michaels can be a helpful resource for sewists and quilters. They have a lot to offer crocheters and knitters as well. Michaels carries your favorite national yarn brands. If you like Big Twist, you'll love their loops and threads yarn. Some styles are even sourced from the same mill as Big Twist. Plus, they're working to bring Big Twist itself to their shelves this fall. That's what caught my eye. the most was fall, not winter. Michael's originally said December. So that was what caught my eye, was Joann saying fall. Yes, more tea. There's more tea. Yeah. So, I know, it's interesting, right? LOL, eye roll. Right? Right. Hi, Mitchie. Wow is right. Let me keep going. In addition to fabric and yarn, you'll find sewing machines, notions, threads, and supplies for any kind of craft, art project, and celebration. Basically, Michael's has everything to keep the creativity flowing. Here's a coupon for Michael's. How do we feel, friends? How do we feel? How are we feeling? What are we feeling? Like, I have like extreme side eye. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I am not gonna lie. It's giving unimpressed, okay? Right. It's giving mid. It's giving mid. It's giving. It's like, actually, it's like not giving. It's not giving. It's not giving. Yeah. So there's that. Thank you, Mars, for sharing your email, because I did not get the email. I did not get the email. What's up, Roxana? Vivian, I got 5 done. I would have more, but I ran out of yarn. I'm not sure how many I would need. Finally got some more pink. Oh, nice. Okay. Tangled in yarn and net, we shall see, right? We shall see. I would love, love, love if they had it ready for Halloween. See, and that's something too, because a lot of Joann's fabrics is used for Halloween costumes and cosplay. And I think some of the biggest cosplay festivals are coming this fall. Do they happen this fall or in the spring? Cobblestone stitch. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one because I know that this is the cobblestone stitch. And this is 4 hook H. All of my things are going to be weight 4 hook H, but for future Sam and consistency, we're going to do that. So this is the plan for my tags: to write the name of the stitch, the size of the yarn, and the hook size. So that's going to be the plan for the stitches. And then I'm just going to probably put it like, I don't want them dangling too much and getting like tangled with each other. So I'll probably put it like up here, because no matter which way my binder goes, the tag is going to stay on the swatch. And so we're just going to take my little hook and we'll just pull that through. And we're going to do one of these numbers here. So yeah, it is very lackluster. It's very disappointing, even. Very disappointing. But I really do want to hold out hope. I want to hold out hope. Michael's is not unaware. Michael's is not out of the loop. Michael's is not living under a rock. Like, they know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm holding out hope for. They know. They know what we want. They know that we're upset about Joann's leaving. They know that, like, we don't shop at Michael's, we shop at Joann's. Like, they know this. So I am really holding out hope that that they're gonna come through. They're gonna come through. I really am. I really am holding out hope for that, because it's just like, from like a business standpoint, it's like they have to. They have to. Otherwise, it's like there are other options. Hobie is a great option. Hirschner's is going to be a great option, especially for Big Twist, hopefully. But even just right now, Hobie is a great option, great alternative. And so like they have to step it up. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to hold out for. That's what I'm like holding out hope for, if that makes sense. I wonder if this means Michaels will carry fabric. Oh yes. Oh yes, Taylor. I think like the biggest thing right now is sewing for Michaels. That's why like the email starts out and ends with sewing. Like they're getting machines, notions, threads, and fabrics from Joann's. Joann's had an exclusive like print, had many exclusive prints that a lot of people were worried they weren't going to get anymore. And Michaels bought that IP. Michaels bought that stuff. So like they already have like sewing in the bag. They're like, no, we got you sewists. Like I feel like that was kind of announced, and there was a bit more emphasis put on that over fiber artists. And then it was like, oh yeah, and we'll have big twists. That's literally how their email is worded. It's like, we got you sewers, like you're gonna be fine, blah blah. Oh yeah, and we'll have yarn for we'll have big twists. But the sewing people, like that's how the email kind of comes off to me, which is fine. Again, like that's a huge group of people. Huge group of people. And it's really important because Joann bought out the fabric store, a huge fabric store, and I can just never remember what the name said. Hancock? They bought a Hancock? Was that it? Joann's did? My mom knows. But that's a big deal. It's a big deal for sewists to have. Is it sewists? I'm pretty sure. Sewists to have that store, like to have that resource, the like a lot of people depended on Joann. Like a lot of people depended on Joann. I didn't really go anywhere else for my fabric stuff, and I live in Los Angeles. Like we have a whole district for that. I've only been there once, and that was for like wedding things. And it's because I needed very specific fabric. But like anything sewing wise that I would need, I went to Joann for. Like that was it. And like I said, like again, I live in Los Angeles. I have a huge option just downtown. And I went to Joann, me and a bunch of other people. Joann is more accessible. Like getting downtown is not very easy. Parking over there, not very easy. And then like there are a lot of stores in the fabric district. There's a lot in the fabric district and it can be overwhelming. So going to Joann is easy. So like Michaels has a big incentive in taking a lot of the sewing stuff. So yeah, you'll definitely be fine in that department, Taylor. Roxana, I got a package from Premier Yarns, and I got the new multi yarn for making a blanket for the NICU. Yay, Roxana, that's so awesome. I can't wait to see what you end up making for the NICU. Mitchie, side eye, I will not be ordering online. I want to see it in stores. That's the other thing. Is my finger like 3D? That's the other thing. So most Michaels, at least to my knowledge, doesn't have the space to hold all of the big twists. Like big twists, at least in my stores, took up like three aisles because there was so much variety, so many colors, and all like my Michaels, the one I go to cannot. Like they don't have the room unless they get rid of some of their home good stuff. But I literally just got an ad for the home good things that they're getting in store. Like the home goods section, and even like Alexis and I talked about it. The home goods section, I think this is paired single crochet. The home goods section in Michaels is ginormous, and it's the first thing you see when you walk in. It's the first thing you see when you walk in, and it's smack dab in the middle, and it takes up like the whole middle section of the store, and you have to go around it to get to crafts. And then even like my store has like a whole like home goods section, and then a huge faux flower section and like seasonal section, and then it's the crafts. My yarn is all the way in the back corner. Like all the way in the back corner. So exactly, even with the fabrics, exactly. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's sold online. Because if you guys go to Michael's website, and look up Lion Brand yarn. Look up Lion Brand yarn if you guys are able to. Go on Michael's, look up Lion Brand yarn. They sell so much Lion Brand, but it's only online. Like Michaels sells a lot of yarn. Just go to like the view all yarn section on Michaels. They sell a lot of yarn. And I'm like, wait, none of this is in your store. Like it even says like put it in your store that's closest to you. It gives you 3 sections underneath each project, all each product that says buy in store, ship to you, pickup. What is it? Let me see. It's 3 sections. Ship to you, pickup, online only? I think is what it is. Online only? Let me see. Let me see. Let me just get it up. All right, I have the app. I love this tea time with you guys. I love having tea time. Okay, so it's store pickup, ship to me. Oh, and same day delivery. So store pickup, ship to me, and same day delivery. So when you look at their yarn, their whole yarn section, yarn and needlework, shop all yarn. Shop all yarn. All right, so I don't think it's just this coupon thing is up here. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So the only ones that I see all 3 checked is Lion Brown Pound of Love Yarn. And so this is my location. All of their like loops and threads, Bernat Blanket, and some of the carrot cakes. Karen cakes. Yep. Oh, and Woolies. There's some Woolies. And oh, not that Bernat Blanket. Hold on, not that one. Yeah, that's it. And they have so much Lion Brand. They have so much Lion Brand. If I were to just look up Lion Brand, like, and do they have another page? Yeah, this is page 1 of 21. They have so much Lion Brand. Like, there's so much Lion Brand. And none of it, not none of it, I don't want to not spread false information. We're not going to spread false information. Most of it, I would say 90%, I can confidently say 90% of this, you have to buy online. Yeah. Third party, I hate it. And see, like when it comes to fabrics, yarns, clothes, and shoes, I'm not ordering online. It's tough. It is tough. I ordered Hobie. I got Hobie yarn, and that's the first time I bought yarn online. I did not know what I was getting. Um, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was afraid again, excuse me, I was afraid of like not um being able to touch it, but it ended up being okay. It ended up being okay. It was softer than I thought it would be. So I will admit that. It's softer than I thought it would be. And it was smaller than I thought it would be. But I had misread and thought that it was 100 grams. It was only 50 per skein. So I feel that. I definitely feel that. Fabric? Oh goodness, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine buying that online. I had a friend in college who was a fashion major, and she often bought from ModCloth, which is all online, right? Are there any ModClothers in here? That was all online. And I had wondered how she like did that because I felt like I couldn't do that. I feel like that was something I definitely could not do, but she was able to do it just fine. And I think it's just because ModCloth was so trusted. But especially if you're like a new sewist, I feel like that would be really, really hard. Like I wouldn't buy fabric online. I have no idea. I have no idea what to even look for. Yeah, I would have to touch it. I would have to touch it. Mm, and then okay, so yes, the third party thing. So When I purchased Lion Brand Pima cotton for our giveaway, I purchased it through Michael's and it came third party. So I had purchased that and hooks for the giveaway. The hooks came like almost 2 weeks, I think, 2 weeks before the yarn. I was worried that the yarn wouldn't get here for the giveaway. The yarn I think took 3.5 weeks, and it was because it was going through third party. So I don't know if like you end up making the order with Michael's, and then Michael's has to make the order with Lion Brand, and then Lion Brand sends it to Michael's, and then Michael sends it to you. So that's kind of like, at least that's from what I'm understanding what Annette is saying. Like, then it takes forever. It took forever for me to get that. And I was like, I ordered it from Michael's. Like, why is it taking so long? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it took 3.5 weeks. I remember it took almost a month for me to get that yarn. It was crazy. It was crazy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know which stitch this is. Can anybody guess what stitch this is? Try and get like the best kind of up close. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give it a little stretch so you can see each individual stitch. Okay. Let me see your guess. Let me see your guess. That one's kind of like hard mode. Michelle, that's so good to know. I'm so glad. Crawler. What is that? I don't know if I've ever heard that stitch. And I want to know, friends. I'm going to put it in the poll. Do you make stitch swatches? Like, do you like to make swatches, not gauge, but stitch swatches to see how a stitch will look? So, do you make stitch swatches? Yes. Sometimes. And nope. Rock the vote, friends. Crawler stitch. Lion Brand had a store in New York and they closed the store. I love Lion Brand yarn. I love Lion Brand yarn. I love it. I love, love, love it. And so I'm bummed that like I'm not gonna be able to get it super cheap from Michael or from Joann anymore. Crawler stitch. Oh, that's a good guess. Wait, is it? I haven't seen this name before for it. Crawler stitch. Roxana. Yes, but it's called this, I know it as the sedge stitch. Single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet all in the same stitch. And it's all in the single crochet of the previous row. Or is it the chain? Hold on. Yeah, the single crochet of the previous row. Let me double check this. In the next, oh, this one isn't done in the double crochet, not the single crochet. Interesting. I'm like holding it up to my face because it was just so small. Interesting. The sedge stitch is done in the single crochet. The crawler stitch is done in the double crochet. I don't know if that really matters. I feel like it will just be done. It just ends up scooting it over a little bit. So I would count that. How did I get it? It just looked like it. Yeah, no, you got it. Let me see if they're actually the same stitch. That was incredible. Crawler stitch versus sedge stitch. Oh, apparently the crawler stitch can be more easily, you can more easily do it than the, it's like easier. There we go. It's easier than the sedge stitch. It's an alternative. Okay, so I'm gonna have to mark this one. I'll have to make a video on it. It's a variation of the sedge stitch. Roxana! And you were so fast with that. You like didn't even bat an eye. I said, what stitch is this? Crawler. Next. Roxana said crawler. Next. Hi, Pink Froggy. How are you? Hello, hello from Texas. First time watching your live. Welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Oh my gosh. Let's send some like confetti. What is it on the emote? Let's send some confetti to Roxana. That was incredible. Crawler next. Hi, Michael. How are you? Michael, how come yours is gray? What does that mean? Yours is the only one. And I was wondering that. What does that mean? Are you like super special? Do you like do a lot of reactions on Yarn Over Hook? What does it mean? Okay, that was amazing, Roxana. All right, this one was the sedge stitch. Wait for hook 8 because I'm verified and over 100K subs. Okay, work, Michael. Work. Lori, hello. How are you? You girl, hello. Your dragon is coming along so cute. All right, so that was the sedge stitch. Okay, this one's super easy. Which stitch is this one? Very easy. Hi, Nairo. Sorry I had to step away early yesterday. Today, seen your tag on the sock tutorial. Thank you. I'll have to give it a try. Of course, Nairo. How are you today? Lori, I did finish the baby crochet Crocs, but not the baby blankets. Okay. Because the baby shower was today or tomorrow? Is it today? Are you still going to work on the Crocs? Roxana, Granny, next. She's almost done. Just the scale detailing to go. Can you guess which dragon she is? Oh, I know which dragon she is. But for some reason, I can't remember her name. I was trying to remember her name the other day because she picked it herself, and I think that's why I can't remember it. And they didn't say it a whole lot in Onyx Storm. They just kept saying her breed a lot in Onyx Storm, and so I've forgotten her name. Can you remind me her name, ukulele girl? Okay. Granny Stitch. Hook H. Hi, Keela. How are you? Is it Keela? It's Keela, right? Not Kyla? How are you doing? Friends who are just joining, what did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? We are working on organizing my mound of swatches. So I'll show you guys again, especially for those who just joined us. All right. So these are all, oh no, one of mine is coming undone. I have to put that back in there. These are the swatches that I have made for the videos that I make for Yarn Over Hook. And so we are organizing them today. This is what we are working on. So yeah. Okay. Keela. Okay, great. That's how I thought. I thought that you had put key and then la for me. How are you doing, Keela? How's your Saturday? Yep, today I already gave them the Crocs and the mom loved them. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You said that you finished the Crocs? Finished the Crocs, not the baby blanket. Okay, I switched those. So you gave her the Crocs and mom loved them. I put a picture of the blanket where it's at in the gift as well. Oh, that's sweet. That was a good way of doing that. The baby's due in 6 weeks, so that's my new deadline. Oh, okay. You can do that. You can do that. Nairo, I am emotionally taxed. Just got back from my daughter's very last gymnastics meet. Bittersweet milestone and on to a new chapter. About to continue to crochet the cardigan. Aww. Nairo, that's so sweet. Congratulations to her. Okay, what is this one? Somebody get it before Roxana. Wait, 4 and hook each. Keela, I'm trying to catch up on my temperature blanket and I have ice water to drink. That sounds great. I really need to catch up on my mood tracker. Maybe I'll do that tonight. We're going to be playing games tonight. But it is a game where there's a lot of like waiting, a bit of waiting. It's Civ. It's Civ. I think I've mentioned it before. So we're playing that later tonight. So maybe I'll do some rows on my mood tracker blanket. How far behind are you on your temperature tracker blanket? Nairo, I'm so bad with names. That is a cluster stitch. Yes, it is. It's a 3 double crochet cluster. Very good job. Don't hide, Nairo. You got it right. Lynn, hello. How are you? What is this one? This one has like become a favorite of mine and I really want to start a project with it. There's a shirt that I found, I'll show you guys, that uses this stitch that is so cute. So cute. And I really want to make it, but we have to wait. We have to wait until after the summer stash bash to start a new project or get yarn for a new project. Let me see. I saved it because it's just so cute. I really need to make it. Here it is. It's so cute and it looks so easy. Maybe sure this doesn't say the stitch name. But it, oh, no ads. No, get out of here. Oh, come on. It won't go away. Okay, there we go. Just so many pop-ups. There's so many pop-ups on this thing. Let me just show you guys on Pinterest. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. This one. It's so pretty and it uses that stitch. It's not waffle. That's close though. Keela, I'm about 25 days behind. Ooh, that is better than me. And I will show you the waffle stitch so that you can see the difference between the two. Look, each. Hi, Anxious Box. Hi, is that the 3 together in the back loop only? Not this one, no. That's so funny though, because it is kind of made like that. Yeah. That's really funny. You guys are very close. This one is the block stitch. So it's the one where you create a row of chains to put 3 double crochets into it. And you have a single crochet in between. So very close. Very, very close, friends. Nairo, I've done a beanie with that stitch like 8 or 9 years ago. Been a minute. I don't remember. Oh, link for the pattern. I'm trying to finish my C2C blanket that I got bored with and stopped for a bit. I'm so close to done. I'm almost ready to stitch together my shirt panels for my first shirt. Renee, yay! How do you feel? Yeah, you absolutely cannot call yourself a beginner. You're making a wearable, working on a wearable and a blanket. Yeah, the block stitch is very, very fun. Very fun. And the thing is that there are so many patterns for this row. Oh, see, I just get so excited because it is so beautiful. The stitch can be like make just such a beautiful pattern. So similar with this one. I don't know if she does that as much as this is just variegated yarn. But it's a 2-row repeat. And this row with the single crochets and the chains that you then put the double crochets into, there are patterns where you do that in a color, a variegated color, and the 3 double crochets in a solid color. There's a blanket pattern for it, I think called the cloud blanket. The cloud blanket. Crochet, yes. Ah, it is so pretty. It is just so pretty. So look at that. And so each of the single crochet and chain rows is a variegated color. And then the 3 double crochet is a solid color. So it like comes out looking so pretty. And then Michelle K, I think hers, she calls it gemstone. Brianna K, there we go. I was like, that's not right. Brianna K crochet gemstone. She has a gemstone hat pattern that uses it. Is it the gemstone? Oh, no, it's not the gemstone. What is the pattern? It's not gemstone. Let me see. I might be mixing her up with somebody else. I am. But she also has a fun block stitch pattern. Yeah, the block stitch is a fun one. Because of that 2-row repeat, you can do some really nice like color work. So I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful stitch. Doesn't it look so pretty? And that's done with like a blanket yarn. That's on my list to make. Oh no, did I do this backwards? No, I didn't. That's on my list to make for the summer. It is so, so pretty. I feel like you guys can't see my table. You can't see the work that I'm doing. Let me tilt this down some. I feel like I tilted it up because it was too low. Now I feel like you guys can't see anything. There you go. You can see a bit more. Okay. Let's see. This one's kind of difficult. Because this is the... I'll show you it with the other one. Do I have the other one? Did it fall behind my bookshelf? It must have. So we'll skip this one. So I want to show you guys this one and not the one that I did first. Because this one doesn't technically have a video, a full-length video. It has a short, but not a full-length one. That would not be fair. Okay. What is this stitch? They both have the same name-ish. There's some debate because, of course, it's the crochet community. There's some debate, but they both have the same name. Just one is a variation of the other. So I'll show you this one first. And then the variation of it. So I'll show you this one again. and then the variation. Not honeycomb. I did a blanket. Where is it? It's on this side. Here it is. If you guys remember what this blanket is. Close. You were close, Renee. Anxious box. Yes. It's the mini bean. Mini bean. Bean? Mini bean. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. It's the mini bean. And the other name for the mini bean stitch, do you guys know it? Because I say it a lot. Every time people ask about this blanket, I say it every single time. I think that is actually one ukulele girl. Let me see. I actually think that is one of them. Now that I think about it. Oh. No. But close. Oh wait, no, that's the Tunisian. Not the seed stitch. I know the seed knit stitch, so that's my first thought. It's the Elizabeth stitch. Elizabeth / mini bean. The seed stitch, though. I feel like why does this look like there's so many different ones? Ah. Interesting. I think the seed stitch is the same as the lemon peel or griddle stitch. I'll have to look that up. Elizabeth / mini bean. Variation 1 and 2. It's such a pretty stitch. It is such a pretty stitch. I highly recommend it. So, so pretty. This one is Elizabeth / mini bean. We'll put variation 1. Wait for hook H. I think this, yeah, I think this one was the one I did first. It's the first variation. I think what's awesome about doing stitch swatches is that, like, if you come across a project that is like, I'm using this stitch, and I'm using like a wait for yarn or something like that, you can go back to your swatch that you did and kind of see how that crochets up. Like, you can see it in person versus just like the photo. You can be like, oh, like, yeah, like this is a pretty dense fabric. Like, you can't really tell the density if you're looking at a picture on a pattern. It's a dense fabric. It's not very airy. Or it's like, oh, this actually comes out a little bit more lacy. It's very light. Maybe I want to try it with a DK instead of a 4 worsted. Like, that kind of thing. So I highly recommend doing stitch swatches. It also just helps you, like, if you come across a stitch that you like, and you just want to try it, as opposed to like having to find a project to like use that stitch in, then you can just make a swatch, and then you can either just like catalog it and save it for later, or use it as a washcloth, or decoration. I don't know. If it's done with like an acrylic yarn, you can't really use it for much else. You can't really use it for a washcloth either. But so I definitely recommend it. I was doing these swatches for the videos, And when I first started doing videos, I didn't actually fully complete the swatch. And I was like, maybe I should start actually completing the swatch so that I can show what a finished swatch would look like and then go into the stitch. So there are actually a couple of videos that I plan on redoing. Because in the earlier recordings of Yarn Over Hook, I wasn't really thinking about showing, like, there are just a couple, I think there's like two, that I didn't start from a chain and I didn't make a complete swatch to show exactly what it'll look like once it's completed. And then even like when I started doing it, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I'll just keep them. And I'm really glad that I didn't like unravel them. At the beginning, I was unraveling stuff that I was doing because I was like, I can just reuse the yarn. But now I'm like actually really glad that I stopped doing that and just kept the swatches, because now I'll come across a stitch that is described. There's been a couple of instances I've come across a pattern or a stitch that is described one way, but their photo looks different. I even have a book that has a couple of mistakes like that. And I'm so glad that I kept the swatch, because then I can go and find the swatch that I made. And I'm like, oh no, like that's not that stitch. Like this is a mistake. Or even like I'll match the swatch that I have to the pictures that they have. And I'm like, actually, this is this stitch and this is done like this. Like it's actually like really nice. It's really nice. I highly recommend doing stitch swatches. Anxious Box, honestly, this is fascinating to watch. So much work. Thank you. I was really nervous about doing something like this because I was like, "Ugh, I think like I hope that people don't find this boring." Like, you know, like I'm honest with you guys. Like I don't want it to be boring for y'all. But I was really fascinated by how many swatches I had made. And I was like, I don't know, maybe the crochet friends would actually like to see this. Because there's so many crochet stitches. And a lot of these stitches, friends, I learned, like did some research on them, took some techniques from here and there, made my own swatch, and then I made the video. Like there are some stitches like the Elizabeth mini bean stitch. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was before I made these swatches, or it was either these swatches or this blanket that came first. I think it was these swatches that came first. I had no idea what this stitch was. There are a lot of them, a lot, if not most of these swatches. Um, I had never done these stitches, and like I learned them in order to make a video, um, so that I could share with the Yarn Over Hook community. So Anxious Fox, I'm really happy to hear that. Ukulele Girl, literally my last metal yarn needle, and it's bent. Now I have to buy more. And I think I saw real quickly you posted a picture of it. Oh no. My most used crochet tool, tension so tight I've bent mini tapestry needle. Mind you, this is my last needle and it was straight. Oh no. And then what did you say you were using the pliers for? Because you were pulling it through. Oh, that is such a bummer, ukulele girl. Oh no. And then Anxious Box, I want to acknowledge this. Brianna K Design has a blanket pattern. She does have a blanket pattern. There are a lot of blanket patterns for the box or the block stitch. I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yep, pulling it through. And Darna. That was the name. And Darna is beautiful, though it was worth it. I am so excited to see it finished. I made swatches as I was learning to crochet to see what I found easy to make my first project. See, like I think that that's great. That is awesome. Yeah, I highly recommend doing stitch swatches. Highly recommend doing stitch swatches. Ooh, sorry guys. That one caught me off guard. I had a chai this morning, and I don't think it was a real chai. So it definitely didn't have a whole lot of caffeine in it. Okay, so this one, okay, I know what this one is. This one I feel like it's going to be difficult to see on camera. I don't think it's fair, but I'll show you guys anyway. What do you guys think this stitch is? Stretch it out a bit. feel like that's kind of difficult to see on camera. Roxana, you just followed me on Yarn Over Hook. Thank you for following me. Oh, how was I not following you, Roxana? Did you make a new profile? How was I not following you? If I'm not following you, friends, let me know. Well, you aren't following me either, Roxana. Brunette, I cannot get over that dress. My goodness. Or that fit. Man. That's so strange. I don't know why. Maybe I accidentally hit unfollow when I was going through the list. Well, now I'm following you, Roxana. Okay. I saw someone practicing the stitches in their book of crochet stitches. There are 200 in my dictionary stitches that perhaps I should do a swatch each. I wouldn't do that, Renee. I would only do the ones that you are interested in. Only because like that sounds like homework. That sounds like homework. And even like I have the same one that has 200 stitches in it, and I have not done all of them in there. I only do the ones that I'm interested in. I only do the ones that I think would be fun to show y'all how to do. Yeah, do the ones that you're interested in. Like the ones that you're like, oh, I could possibly do something with that. But not all of them. Definitely not all of them. And all of the stitches in there, not all of them I feel like are very practical isn't the word. There are a lot of stitches in there I don't think you can't use them for a whole lot of things. Like they're not like practical isn't the right way, isn't the right way to say it. It's just like not, they're just pretty. They're very pretty. But I couldn't imagine using some of those stitches in like anything that I've crocheted. But pick the ones that you're interested in. Even like useful, I guess. But yeah, it would be daunting, Renee. And I don't want you to build anything, I don't want you to do anything that could help like, that could like build like resentment. You know, like don't give yourself homework, girl. Don't do homework, crochet homework. Pick a stitch, maybe like if you do a random stitch or something, like make a game of it. To kind of just learn stitches, like maybe a new stitch a week or something, and you just kind of like do like a random number generator, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna try out this stitch. Like that's like fun. I think that's fun. But being like, I'm gonna do every single stitch in this book, that doesn't sound fun to me at all. Annie, hi. I have started taping a piece of yarn to the label too after seeing you and Alexis doing it. That's so awesome, Annie. Oh, and then Vivian, I'm gonna read your comment. So Annie, we are actually working on some organization like PDFs and printables for you guys after that episode. Since so many people seemed really interested in like doing a Rolodex kind of style like Alexis is doing, we are hoping to like, or we're not hoping, we are working on some printables for y'all, for some organization for your yarn, for your projects, for your patterns, like stuff like that. So I am so excited to hear that you started doing that, Annie. That is so awesome. Yeah, we really want to, especially for the Rolodex, like do a printable where it's like a card and you can fill in the information for the yarn and tape a piece of yarn on it and tape like the label on the back, like stuff like that. And so then you have a Rolodex that is uniformed cards. And then like printables that if you wanted to do a pattern binder or like your own kind of crochet book, like we have so many ideas. So I'm so happy to hear that you're doing that, Annie. I'll have to let Alexis know. Vivian, I always wonder what everyone do with their swatches. I never did them, but I wonder what they would look like if you put all of them into a blanket. That would be really nice because that's a sampler blanket. So there are sampler blankets out there that does that exact same thing. You make a square. I have one, it's on my yellow chair. So if you watch earlier lives, like those lives are rough because I was trying to figure out how to do live, but that's not the point. The point is that I sit in a yellow chair, and on my yellow chair is a green and beige blanket. That blanket is a sampler blanket. So each square is a different stitch. the beige squares are all granny stitches, are granny squares, but then the green squares are all different stitches. So that was like my first sampler blanket. I did it years ago because I really wanted to learn how to do different stitches. So if you guys look up sampler blanket, sampler square blanket, there are so many, and I think that they are so fun for beginners, even like people who are intermediate. Like I'm been crocheting since I was like 7 or 8. Like I've been crocheting for over 20 years, but doing that sampler blanket helped me learn tension. It helped me learn consistency. It helped me learn about different stitches. I fell in love with the front post double crochet doing a sampler blanket. I highly recommend it. So that is an awesome idea, Vivian. Nairo or Roxana, well, I like peacocks. So yeah, I changed my whole account on Google 2 months ago. Ah, got it. I like peacocks too, actually. Nairo, okay, I'm back. Hello. I posted in the community with a picture of the shorts. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. If you have not joined Yarn Overhook yet, we would love to have you, friends. We are either 5 or 6 members away from 500. So if you would like to join our lovely crochet community, we would love, 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 love to have you. You can join at yarnoverhook.com or follow the link in the description. It is super, super easy to sign up and it's free. And we would love to see what you're working on. You can post a picture and I can see it here live. Here are the shorts I finished. It's my very first wearable aside from accessories. No pattern, just measured, and she tried it on. And when I started the waist to make sure she could pull it up, but otherwise I just did double crochet the whole way through. Very nice. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome, Nairo. I don't know the color name, the colorway name. I do. I do. Because I love Big Twist. I'm pretty sure that one is just light green. I'm pretty sure. Bye, Roxana. Have a great time. See you later. By the way, Sammi, will you ever do a live on the yellow chair again? Maybe. The only reason why I was doing that was because my husband was teaching in our office. But yeah, likely. If he has something that he needs to do, especially on a Saturday here in our office, then I'll be in my yellow chair. But yeah. Yeah. Roxana, have a good rest of your day. Nairo, yes, it's light green. That looks like either light green or forest green, actually. Because I can't really tell by the picture. It might be forest green. This one. Does this look close? I had only picked one up months ago. I need to keep track of the yarns. See, we need a Rolodex. We're going to come out with something to help with that, friends. But yeah, I think that's forest green. Now that I'm looking at it, this is forest green. If y'all ever need help with big twist colors, I got you. That last picture looks a little bluer though than the forest green. Does it look like this green? But the shorts look super cute. You did an amazing job. If you want to cinch the waistband tighter too, there's so many hacks that I've seen, and one in particular actually seems like the most legit and like feasible, where you take elastic thread and you do a slip stitch around the circumference of the waistband. And you of course like pull so that it like stretches a little bit, but you do a slip stitch, just do a surface like slip stitch all the way across on the inside of the waistband, just grabbing the inside yarns that you don't see it on the outside. Could be, but this green is a bit on the brighter side, almost like a leafy green. So it might be the light green. I have that in my mood tracker blanket, but I don't have the skein here. Because they have two greens that are like really kind of close. One is a little darker, one's a little lighter. So if it's on the lighter side, it might be the light green. It's either forest green or light green from what I can tell from the pictures. Light green was my first instinct. But if you want to send me a picture closer to it, closer to the shorts with like natural light. If you want to message me, like DM me on Yarn Over Hook, I can see closer. It's more of a cool tone for sure. That's what that last picture looked cooler. So this swatch, friends, this one is a half double crochet V-stitch. So it's done just like the double crochet V-stitch, but this one's half double. Half double crochet V. I feel like out of all of the basic stitches, the half double crochet is the hardest to identify. I don't know what it is. I think maybe because it's not as tall as a double crochet, but it's obviously taller than a single crochet. And then what gives it away for me is like a single crochet won't have an extra loop on top. Like a half double crochet has 3 distinct loops. And a single crochet only has 2. Yeah, I think so. I have something with single crochet. I do. Yeah, it only has like 2 legs. And a half double crochet has 3. So like, even like looking at my swatches, sometimes it takes me forever to distinguish, my goodness, distinguish if it's a single crochet or a half double crochet. It can be kind of difficult. Yeah, let us know what you think, Nairo. If I can find the video again, because I keep seeing it. It keeps popping up on my feed. If I find the video again, I'll be sure to send it to you. I'll DM it to you on Yarn Over Hook. But it's super, super simple. Michelle, I use that for all my pull-up wearables. How do you like it, Michelle? Is there a specific kind of thread that you like or technique that you like? Can you mix a thicker yarn when you are crocheting with a thinner yarn, or will it look awful? Oh, yeah, absolutely you can. Like in what way? I feel like it depends on the stitch and what you're making. But like people even do that just with accent thread. Like they'll put like a gold thread in with their like wait for yarn in a project to give it like an accent. Or they'll combine just a color of a very, very thin thread with a very, very thick thread just to give it a pop. Yeah, you absolutely can, Annie. Is there something in particular that you want to try? Nairo, have you seen the braided stitch that is, in my opinion, trending lately? It's been used commonly for blankets. It's so pretty. Looks technical, but so pretty. The braided stitch. Can you send it to me? It doesn't sound familiar off the bat. Wait for and hook H. Okay. Can you recognize this one? This is a pretty one. I really like this stitch. Is it focused? I think so. It's because this swatch is so tiny. This is very distinct because of the diagonals. The diagonals make this stitch very, very distinct. Get a little closer. Yeah, can you guys see it? There we go. I really like that stitch. Annie, I am making a rectangle granny square blanket, and the variegated wool I am using is thin. I have done 5 rounds, and I wanted to put in a plain yarn round. The yarn is thicker. Oh, that might look a little strange, but do a round and see. Because maybe if you go down a hook size, it'll make it a little bit smaller, but I feel like then it'll tighten up your project. So that might not be a good idea. Try it and see. Is it like super, super, like a lot thicker? Michelle, I use an elastic thin thread with a slip stitch using a very small hook. Yeah, I think that that's the tip that she used in the video too. All right, friends. This one is the even moss stitch. Even moss. It is so, so pretty. I think that I just featured it in a compilation. I think maybe the beginner compilation, or I just spoiled it and told you guys what will be in the next beginner compilation. But this stitch is so, so, so pretty. I love this stitch. Wait, did I do it? Am I holding this one upside down? Did I do it? No, I don't think I am holding it upside down. Wait, am I? No, I'm not. hasn't caught me yet. Yeah, the even moss stitch, that's what it is. The even moss stitch consists of slip stitch and half double crochet. I think that that's it. The alternating slip stitch and half double crochet. Yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. I love that one. Love that one. It crochets up tight. That one crochets up real tight. Okay, let's do a fun one. What is this stitch? We should know this one, but it does kind of get mixed up with another one, so take your time. Which one is this one? You gotta pick one, you girl. Pick one, pick one. I've mentioned before that it's my favorite stitch. It's my favorite yarn eater. It is a cool stitch, Annie. It's my favorite stitch. It is. I get a drum roll. Smash those emotes. That does not sound like a drum roll, Sam. That did not sound like a drum roll at all. I don't know what that was, but do not rewind. Because that was not a drum roll. It is the bobble stitch. Whee! I will show you guys the popcorn. Let me see. I hope I have it up here. Yep. This is the popcorn stitch. So the way that you can tell the difference between the popcorn and a bobble is that the popcorn actually looks like little cups because of how it's crocheted. It is not crocheted like, how do I explain it? It's not pulled through together. It's connected at the top and cinched, like pinched together with a stitch. The bobble stitch is pulled through together and completes the stitch. So you can see at the top of this one, I don't know if you can see at the top of it. There we go, a little bit. It's all pulled through together. Bobble stitches consist of double crocheting X together. The typical bobble stitch is 5 together, double crochet 5 together. A mini bobble stitch is double crochet 3 together. And then bobble stitches can just vary. They can just vary. So you really have to pay attention on a pattern, like how many times they say to you, how many times, how many loops of like half done double crochets you have on your hook. You want to pay attention to that for the bobble stitch. Yeah, the bobble stitch is my favorite. Popcorn's okay, but popcorn's like clunky. That's how I can always tell what a popcorn is. This looks like a head of broccoli because like this stitch is so clunky. Yeah. But this is, you do complete 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You complete 5 single crochets. So you're doing 5 single crochets all in one stitch. And then you take the loop out of one, pull it through, like go through the other one and pull it through so that it ends up like this. So that's a popcorn stitch. Versus the bobble stitch is done only like half of the double crochets like this. And then you pull through and pull them together. So then it's double crocheting 5 together. So that's the difference. That's the difference between the two. Annie sounded like a pretty cool drum roll to me. Thank you, Annie. Okay, sent you a message with screenshots. Thank you so much, Nairo. I hate when patterns don't specifically say how many loop bobble. I don't either. And I think it's because some of them automatically... Did I show you guys this upside down? No. There we go. Okay. Gosh, I love this stitch. Ugh, the bobble stitch is so pretty. So pretty. I think I have the mini bobble here. Yep. This one's the mini one. This is the mini version. Cuties. The mini bobble is typically used. This one is 2. Yeah, this one's 2. The mini bobble can be 2 or 3 is what I found. So I just stuck with 2 for this one. But mini bobble is typically used for no-sew amigurumi projects so that you can make ears or paws or like the feet, whatever. Like that's typically actually what's used for mini or no-sew amigurumi. So it's literally, it's maybe even 4. Like again, crochet community, we can't decide. And the bobble is typically 5. I have come across a pattern where it was 7. And I had to sit and count on the picture because it didn't specifically say. So yeah, I feel you, ukulele girl. It's really irritating when a pattern doesn't say how many because it's very important. That changes the whole texture of the pattern if you don't know how many for a bobble. So yeah. Oh, those popcorn swatches so pretty. Reminds me of a bath rug. It is like a bath rug, huh? That would make a nice bath rug. Yeah, the popcorn is fun. Popcorn's really fun. Pink Froggy, I don't think my message went through. Oh, no, I didn't see one. What is your message? Oh, wait. I don't crochet wearables yet. I've only made beanies and diaper covers. Diaper covers? How cute! But I mostly crochet amigurumi. Do you, have you done a mini bobble for a no-sew amigurumi, Pink Froggy? Annie, I posted a picture of the yarn size difference, but I will give it a go and see how it looks. I think you should just see how it looks. Because it might not actually look bad. Oh. And they're both wool? I don't think it'll look bad. I would just crochet it a little. Which one did you use first? The green one? The smaller one? And you're going to go bigger? I don't think it'll be bad. I would just try. And maybe just crochet a little tighter. Maybe go down half a hook size and try it. So my only thing is that if you crochet tighter, it might bring in your project tighter. But because your yarn is thicker, for some reason my instinct is like just try a smaller hook and see if that will kind of keep the tension. That's like my instinct. So Annie, I would try a smaller hook and just see. Not super small, but just a little bit smaller than what you're already using. Yeah, I would try that. That might actually work okay. Like I'm thinking about it. And again, like that would be my first instinct to just try a smaller hook to see if it'll like crochet a little bit tighter to keep the tension, consistent, not tension, but keep it like the look of the tension. That would be my first instinct. Nairo, how do you manage to make a perfect square with this swatch? With which one? The popcorn? Or all of my swatches? Mines would be all crystallized. In my tutorials, the ones that I upload here, I always make a square. Like I give you enough like not I always make a square, but like I tell you how many stitches you need for the beginning, and then if you make it exactly how I describe in a video, that's exactly how I made the swatch. I always make my swatches between 18 and 22 stitches. Depending on how big the stitch is, I'll do 18 or 22. So for this one, I think I did, let me see how many I did. I did 22 because I needed to have extra. I think this was a multiple of 2 plus 2. I think this was the start for this one. A multiple of 2 plus 2. No, it must have been an odd. No, yeah, it must have been plus 2 plus 2 because it's offset. Yeah, I think so. I think it was. But yeah. So all of my swatches are between 18 and like 22-ish. Thank you, Liz. How are you? Happy Saturday. Ukulele girl, no, you got it. Hi, Mars. How are you? All my mini frogs have bobble feet and hands. Ukulele girl, how many did you use? T and Jenny, popcorn stitch used to be popular during doing bedspreads. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Because I feel like the popcorn stitch one is such a yarn eater. It is such a yarn eater. And two, it like, I feel like it's better as an accent stitch. Like even when I made this swatch, I was like, I don't think I could ever do a project that was all like entirely popcorn. I feel like the popcorn stitch is best done as an accent stitch. The bobble stitch, however, I love bobble stitch. I really do. I love the bobble stitch so, so much. It's just so neat. It's so neat. And then we have the mini bobble, and then we have popcorn. That stitch would make a nice purse or tote bag too. Oh, the mini bobble? Which one? Pink Frog, yes, I have used bobble stitches in most of my no so amigurumi. Yeah. 2 wings to make and maybe a handful of yarn. Ukulele girl, what are you gonna do? Do you have anything like similar that you can kind of do like a gradient? Because that might look really nice. This one was the mini bobble. Mini bobble stitch. Wait for hook H. T and Jenny, the popcorns and bedspreads were done in a way that the popcorn made a pattern, usually combined with a double crochet. Ah, I've seen those. I thought that was the bobble. Is that what they use nowadays, like the bobble? Because I've seen it done with the bobble stitch lately. I don't know about the popcorn stitch, but I have seen the bobble stitch used as a way to like write names or write something in a blanket. It's almost done kind of like filet crochet, where the negative space is double crochet and the image that like you want to come through is a bobble. Or in your case, like what you said, Jenny, a popcorn. I think that's really cool. All right, so this one's mini. This one is popcorn. Getting a little unorganized here. Okay. I can't decide how I want to put it in my binders though. I'm gonna have to get more binders. But I think I want to do like simple stitches and then like go up from there. So like very simple two-sided stitches, one-sided stitches, and then like heavily textured stitches. I think that that's not bad. What do you guys think? I think that those are good categories. Popcorn stitch. Yeah, I feel like those aren't bad. I probably have 2 journals of the like simple two-sided or double-sided. I feel like I have a lot of those. But maybe I should separate my mesh stitches. I don't really have very many of those. So I feel like doing that in the double-sided would be fine. Okay, let's do another one. Ooh, what's this one? What do you guys think that one is? Looks like this from afar. A little bit further back. Not the star stitch. Tiny derpy wings will be really good, ukulele girl. That makes sense for her. That makes sense for her. Jenny, I've just seen them on the Just Vintage Crochet channel. She does a lot of vintage and antique patterns. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Jenny, do you mind sharing a video on Yarn Over Hook? Cherry Blossom Stitch. Iris Stitch. Oh, I have to look those 2 up. Staggered double crochet maybe? Almost. It is a double crochet stitch. Michelle, I've used bobble stitches for baby blanket. It made a bows and a baby rattles. Oh, cute. You did that like textured kind of like zero spacing thing. I'll give you guys another look. Try and get an individual stitch. I'll show you guys the parent. This is the parent to that stitch. So what is this stitch? This is a popular mesh stitch. Ukulele girl, yes. So this one is a V stitch. And so this one is just a double V stitch. This one is a cluster, a V stitch cluster. So you do 2 double crochet 2 together. Double crochet 2 together. No, because that sounds like it's not the decrease. It's 2 double crochet like done together. So not the decrease, but the cluster. So this is a cluster V stitch. This is the V stitch, and this is the cluster V stitch. Yep, you guys were very close. The cluster V stitch is so pretty. It is such a pretty stitch. It looks like a flower. Like and I think I say that during the video. It is a very, very pretty stitch. So, yep, that one's the cluster V stitch. It's pretty, right? Especially with that color. Oof. I was going to say shell V-stitch. I don't even think that's an actual stitch. I can see where you get shell from though, because of you could tell that it was multiple double crochet, right? Yeah, so that one's a cluster V-stitch. So pretty. So, so pretty. And just a reminder, friends, especially for those who just joined us, all of these swatches that I'm doing, I have full-length tutorials for. So if you find a stitch that you really like, definitely write down that name. And you can find the full-length tutorial for it. Double crochet V. Was that the 2 double crochet chain, 2 double crochet in the same stitch? So no, it's a cluster. So it's 2 double crochet, 2 together, chain, 2 double crochet, 2 together. Is it 1 chain or 2? 1 chain. So it can kind of like see if you can see it. The mesh stitches are harder to show, but you can kind of see each individual cluster on this top row here. Such a pretty stitch. So like I can show you guys, yeah, here it is. Yeah, so this is a cluster stitch. So that's 2 double crochet, 2 together, not the decrease, but the cluster. So this is 2 double crochet, 2 together. So that's what these V's are made out of, these cluster stitches. And then that first cluster stitch that I showed you guys at the beginning, that was 3 double crochet together. So this is 3. 3? Yes. I was like, don't have me lying here on the live. There we go. Yeah. This is 3. Double crochet 3 together, cluster. It's a bummer because the decrease is used the same terminology. So I hadn't realized it until I started the doodad blanket, and Hooked on Sunshine specifically said double crochet cluster 3, I think, double crochet cluster 2 or something. And then she even put, or like double crochet 2 together, but it's the cluster, not the decrease. Very interesting. I hadn't realized that the cluster name can be confused with the decrease stitch. And the decrease stitch means that you're like bringing stitches together. You're double crocheting 2 stitches together to make 1 stitch. But this is you're double crocheting 2 double crochet stitches together into 2, like to make 1 cluster stitch. Yeah, so like that language, trying to differentiate between that language. And I think I also like kind of explain it in this video, the double crochet cluster video. I explain that it's not the decrease, it's the cluster stitch, and to pay attention in your patterns to be sure that you're not doing a decrease stitch, but you're actually doing a cluster stitch, and vice versa. Oh, that's not one I've seen before. It's a very pretty one. Very, very pretty one. Where can I find your group? I would love to join your crochet community. We would love to have you, Pink Froggy. You can join at yarnoverhook.com or follow the link in the description at yarnoverhook.com/register. I would love to share all my amigurumi I make, and also I customize crochet hooks. Yes, please, we would love to see. I don't know what I want to call this. Double crochet cluster, and then I'll put 2. I think is what I'll put. Double crochet cluster 2. I don't like how I wrote that. I will probably redo that tag. I don't like that tag. We'll do another one. I have so many of these, so that's okay. So I'll put DC, double crochet cluster 2. Wait 4 hook H. Annie posted a pic of the plain white with variegated and went from hook size 6 to 5.5. Okay, let's see. The white doesn't look too bad, so I might frog the colors and put the white in between each color. What do you think? Oh yeah, the white doesn't look bad at all. Why do you want to change the order of it? I think that that looks fine. What would you do after the white? I think that's the question. What would you do after the white? Oh, white in between each color. So every two rows, because it looks like you're doing 2 rows of one color, you would put the white. That doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad at all. Yes, Renee, I bought the pattern for this purse. I actually plan on making it. Are you gonna make this one? I might make this one during the summer stash bash to get rid of some of my white yarn, because I think I have enough of my white yarn. What she uses in this pattern is a corded cotton, and the 24/7 I think is perfect for it because it's a weight 4 corded cotton from what I can remember. Let me pull it up. Let me not lie on live. um Category, yardage, hook size, language. Oh, she didn't put here what her suggested yarn is. Oh, there we go. Polypropylene cord. So that's what she had used, and I'm pretty sure Aran weight is that not 4? It is 4, but worsted is slightly thicker. So Aran is 4, right? Aran. So the 24/7 cotton, Renee, I would try that because it's like she used a cord, a kind of corded, but she says polypropylene. So isn't that acrylic? Polypropylene. Is that acrylic yarn? Polyester. So since it's a synthetic. Polyester is made from synthetic, while polypropylene is made from natural fibers. Okay. So yeah, I think that you can use, I think that it would be perfect to use the 24/7 cotton. That's what I was going to use. I was going to try it with a worsted weight. I have the 24/7. That's what I would try, because the 24/7 cotton is worsted, but I feel like it's a thinner worsted. Like it's not as thick as like my big twist. So I think that that's perfect. That's what I was going to use for that pattern and make a white one, a white purse. I think I'm gonna sew the wings on. This is the final detail for now. Yay, ukulele girl. So were you able to do it? Because I think like some wonky wings for Andarna is perfect. Because she has wonky wings, right? Her wings are very weak. All right. Oh, I know what this one is. I think this one would be hard to do. Is this upside? No. I feel like this episode should be called "Is This Upside Down?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. This one is so pretty. Isn't this stitch so like neat? Like not neat as in like cool, but like neat as in like neat. Like this stitch is very neat to me. This one is an extended half double crochet. Extended half double crochet is it as tall as a double crochet? I feel like it's like a little bit shorter than a double crochet, but I think not as it's not as like loose as doing like a full double crochet project would be. So I feel like if you wanted to do a double crochet project, but you're okay with it taking a little bit longer and you don't want that like all that space between a double crochet stitch, an extended half double crochet is the way to go. I really like the way an extended half double crochet looks. It's just really, it's so neat. It creates a nice dense fabric, but then it gives you height. It's like really good height. Crochets up very quickly. So you don't have to do like a single crochet project. And then half double crochet, 3, 4, hook H. Thank you so much for the hearts, friends. If you haven't already, please, please hit that like button if you would like to. I would really appreciate it, and it would give the live out to other crocheters. I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you, thank you. They are super baby wings. I can't wait to see it. I have no idea how I'm going to fit a needle into where I need to get it. I should have thought this through. You got it, ukulele girl. You totally got it. Nairo, I need to make Indarna or any onyx dragons, to be honest. LOL. There's a really cute pattern. I think she calls them sleeping dragons. Oh, well, there's that one, the curled up sleeping dragon pattern by Belle Essie Crochet. Super, super cute. I'm pretty sure this was done because of Fourth Wing. And I think that this is supposed to be Indarna. No, but Indarna's gold, so maybe not. But she's super, super cute. So there's the sleeping dragon. But then there's one on like the wrist. I'm trying to find it. It's like, oh, is that AI? I didn't know that. It might not be. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure I've seen that dragon done. But anyway, let me find it. I might have to send it to you. I literally just saw it. It's like a dragon, like hand thing. Crochet sleeping dragon hand crochet. I'm gonna have to look up that image now. I don't think that that is AI. But now I'm thinking that it might be. Oh, I think this one is the real one. Yeah, this one's the Belle Essie one. So ignore the other one. That one might have been AI. This one. Cutie. This one is a real one and a real pattern. And then there's one, I'll just have to post it. But it's like, it's a full dragon that like lays on the hand and the tail goes up the wrist and it connects here, I think on the wrist, and then here on the finger. So you can kind of like move it like it's flying. It's super cute. Hi, Puro Crochet. How are you? I am working on organizing my swatches today. I think I'm going to actually switch to some crocheting because I really want to do some crocheting. So I think I might switch to that. This is a lot. There's a lot of swatching. I want to do one more. Okay. What do you guys think this stitch is? This one is a fun one too. I really like it. This, what I showed earlier, I think is the staggered version of it. Right? It is. This is the staggered version of it. Ukulele Girl Tarn is next on my list. I want to submit him to Scholastic Art Competition if I can. That would be so fun. Let us know. I will forever me a complicated knots pattern stand. She makes the coolest dragons. That is so cool. So this is this that same pattern from Complicated Knots? Have you guys seen the pocket square pattern, dragon pattern? I have not. Can you share it, Sonia? Hi, Snow Wolf. How are you? The initial photo of the dragon was AI. Yes. Okay, that's what I was like, wait a minute. That's why I was sitting there staring at it like, wait, I think this one's AI. It was made by a real person. There's a pattern for it. Yeah, I showed the real one. So the real one, let me like re-show that one. Because it's so funny. They look so similar. This one is real. And it is a pattern by Belle Essie Crochet. Yeah, that AI pattern is really good. That one's really good. Yeah, because there's debate. There's debate on on Reddit on whether or not it's AI. Man, AI crochet is getting really, really good. That's not good. The puff stitch? Nope, not the puff stitch. Bean? I don't think so. I don't think that that's another name for it. Caroline's Sweet Oddity Art on IG. I just looked up the wrist one. I think so. I think that's it, Ukulele Girl. That sounds familiar. Does anyone else's hands get dry from the yarn when crocheting? I have to keep putting on hand cream. Yep, mine does. It depends on the yarn that I use. Your nails match the sleeping giant. It does. Not sure if that will work. Posting it on Yarn Over Hook? I'm currently working on trying to detangle. Good luck, Snow Wolf. This one is the even berry stitch. This one is the staggered berry stitch. The berry stitch. The berry stitch is interesting because it is done like the puff stitch, except for right in the middle, you have to complete something. It is, this is a stitch that stomped me for a really long time, and then I like learned to fall in love with it. And I mentioned it in the video when I do the even berry stitch video. I mentioned in that one that I have to go slowly because of the one pull through in the middle, like always confuses me. So that one is the even berry stitch. You're fine, Sonia. My hands slip off my needle when I crochet, which is why I use pliers. Same. I have to use pliers. Sometimes I forget to do it, but I have to as well. In some instances. Even berry and the staggered berry. Anxious Fox, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Thank you for turning on notifications. Have a great rest of your night. Nairo, you have thick curly hair and the tangled hair. Yeah, it takes me a while too. It takes me a while as well. So I feel that. I feel that. All right, friends. Whew. We got this done. This is how much we got done today. We did a lot of swatches. We did a lot of swatches. I'll show you how much we have left though. We have quite a bit left still. Phew. And then I'm gonna get on my Volari and do some crocheting. Let's see. Let's get on my Volari. And we will crochet a bit. Okay, but first, this is how much we have left. First. This is how much we have left. So we got like, I would say a third of the way through my swatches. Half? Did we get about half? These are the ones that are done. These ones need to be done. This is what we got done. These ones I feel like are smaller though. There's a lot of like thick stitches in the done pile. So I would say we're almost halfway. I almost got halfway done. You guys are the best. This is an awesome accountability space because I would get so bored doing this by myself. Alrighty. This is where we are. All of my swatches. Yay! Oh my gosh, the pocket dragon is so cute. I want to see this. I have learned. Oh yeah, I read that one. I'm putting the Volari on my Xmas wish list. Yes, please do. I love mine. I love mine. I cannot crochet without mine. Pocket dragon crochet. Oh, how cute. Oh yeah, it is this. This is the one. I didn't know that's what she calls it. Yeah, it's the pocket dragon. That's the one that I was talking about. It's so cute. So cute and it looks so simple. See, now I need a Volari. My shoulders will probably thank me. I'm telling you guys, so you can use our code for 20% off, and our affiliate link in the description. Yarn Over Hook 20 gets you 20% off. And you can use it, at least I have used it, when Volari has had sales as well. So if there's a sale going on, you could still use that code. At least I did. I did it when I got my husband his own Volari. So I highly recommend it. I just saw a video from the creator of the Volari saying he was trying to learn crochet. He is. He is, Jenny. We have a private chat in for the ambassadors and like affiliates. And he is asking crochet questions. He is honestly really trying to learn both of them. There's two owners. They're both trying to learn crochet. And it is like, it's so fun. It's so fun to see them. Okay, I want to work on this. Oh, but the other thing. Let me move this out of the way. Friends, I finished my basket. Do you guys see it on Yarn Over Hook? I'm going to show you. Oh, there's so much yarn in here. I finished my basket. I love that basket so much. Thank you. And I made like little charms. I made little flower charms for it. I love it so much. It's so sturdy. I'm gonna make a brown and green one. It's like giving like forest, and make some charms for it as well. But the charms are gonna be mushrooms. I found a mushroom pattern that I really like. So yeah, this is my basket. It is beautiful. Way to go. You did amazing. Thank you. Oh wow, that basket looks amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the summer, what is it? The summer stash bash pattern for this week. It is the scrap yarn basket by My Poppet Makes. And it is so simple. I used 4 strands of yarn at the same time. So it tore through a lot of my yarn at once, which was so, 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 so nice. It holds so much yarn. It is ginormous. I'll put it like next to my head so you guys can see how big it is. It's big. It's big. Yeah, and it has, I put so much yarn in here. There's sugar and cream. There's like a bigger skein. I have some my crochet thread in here. Yeah, I have a lot of yarn in here. Just because I wanted to see how much it would hold. So yeah. What yarn did you use? I used worsted. I used worsted weight acrylic yarn. So weight 4 acrylic yarn and then just 4 strands. But you can use anything, use any of your scraps. She says in her pattern that you can use any yarn, you can mix any yarn, that she's mixed yarn, and yarn weights, like just use what you like. Because the whole point is just to get rid of your scraps and get rid of like your stash. So I highly recommend this one. Did you use sugar and cream? Nope, this is just, I think it's a mix of loops and threads and big twist. Maybe red heart too, actually. But weight 4. Thank you so much, Keela. Yeah, I love it. It's so big. Okay. And so this one, I will put the pattern, let me find it. I will send you guys the pattern for this Japanese knot bag that I'm making. Let me put the basket first in the comments. Let's see. Let me get the chat. There we go. Okay, so scrap yarn basket. And it was My Poppet Makes. There it is. And then let me get the Japanese knot bag. So far, I really like it. I think the texture is going to be great, and I think my friend's going to really like it. So let me send it to y'all. Here it is. Wait, did Etsy update it? Ugh, no, you still can't do digital downloads via the app. It's so silly, especially because I carry my phone around with me. And so that's where I put a lot of my patterns digitally, is on my phone. Japanese knot bag. Let's throw some emojis in there. I don't think I threw any emojis in the other one. I didn't. That's so unlike me. And then this is what I am currently working on. And I'm using Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. And the color, is it eggplant? What was the color of this? Oh, just purple. That's it, purple. Not a special purple. I have a lot of this. This is the same color that I used for my coasters. I have so much of it. So I'm like, I need to use it up. And this bag, according to the seller, she said that she used around 500 yards. I'm hoping that that's true. This is one of the patterns where I said that it doesn't say how much yarn is needed. And then she doesn't know how much yarn she used. But one, I really like the pattern. It's just a moss stitch. So single crochet and chain. Very, very easy. And if it does use 500 yards, that would be fantastic because each of these are 186, and I think I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 4. So I'm hoping that I can get rid of a chunk of that. Oops, I forgot to chain. I think I posted in the right place. I showed some of the hooks I customized. Oh, I want to see. Let's see, let's see. Cute. Hi, Pink Froggy. These hooks are so cute. I love it. Love. Yes, those pocket dragons. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I think you guys shared the same one. That's so funny. Jenny, thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, friends, and just as a tip, so when you post a picture, and it's not that you're doing anything wrong, so this is just a tip, so that we can actually see your photos more clearly and in the inspiration page on Yarn Over Hook, make sure you post pictures using the camera icon, not the like paperclip icon. So the camera icon will give you the option of opening your camera or uploading a photo that you've already taken. Use the paperclip icon to upload your patterns, like the documents or something, if you want to like share like a document. That's what you use that one for. But the camera you should use for photos so that your photos show up clearly and they show up on the inspiration board on Yarn Over Hook. Keela, I would like to make a super cute market bag. You should. Do you like the ones that you're seeing on the Yarn Over Hook page? Because that is the pattern by Stephanie Zed. But then there's another pattern I'll share with you guys. I'm going to make probably soon, actually, because that's also part of my like stash busting. Trying to remember where I saw it because it's free. It's a free pattern. So I think, yep, here it is. I'll share this one with you guys. Oh wait, no, this is a PDF. Where was it? Ravelry? Color block market bag. Let me find it. Color block market bag. Oh, it was Ravelry. Oh, but here it is on her website. Okay. And it's free. You can get the PDF for free. Or I think just on her blog. So yeah, I'll share her blog so that she can get those views and stuff. This is a market bag, Keela, that I am planning on making. Color block market bag. If you want to do one that's more like a tote versus the Stephanie Zed one, this one is a good one. Let's see. Emoji. There we go. There are so many awesome pics in the inspiration page. You all are so talented. You guys are all so talented. So we definitely want to be able to see those pictures in there. So check that one out, Keela. You might like that one. And it's simple. As a learner, I never know how many balls of yarn to buy, and I run out of purple for my first blanket, and the shop has no purple left. LOL. I don't know what to do as my first blanket is just sitting there. Do like a color block. Why don't you find something like a second color, a secondary color that you think might look nice with it? That's what I did for my corner to corner blanket here. I only had one skein of this green, and so I used it all up. And then I just threw in this random corner here. And like that's just what the blanket is. Like it just has this like random corner because I ran out. But like I really like it. I don't know. It's just like a little accent corner. And I made the same for my husband. I had a skein of purple and it was just like I had used it for something else. So it was only like a partial skein. So I did a corner to corner blanket. And for the last corner of it is white. So you could just do that. My mom got rid of the pet hairbrush, so I gotta make her feather tail with a comb. Cute! Feather tail with a comb. You're gonna attach it on the comb? Thank you so much for joining us, Pink Froggy. Let me go follow you before I forget. Follow. Pink. Oh no, I'm brushing the yarn out. Oh. I get what you're saying. Is it working with a comb? That's a bummer because I feel like it works the best with the like wired pet comb or pet brush. Oh, Keela, and I will type this out too so that you can reference it. For keeping your blankets square, I'll just type it out. I'll say it as I'm typing it out. Are you here, Keela? Sammy, that's super cute, and I think I'll be making that one. Good, good. Oh, yay! I'm so glad that you like it. Slowly but surely. You got this, ukulele girl. So, Keela, I think you're still here. You just messaged me. So I'm assuming that you're still here. You want to use stitch markers. Use stitch markers. Mark the beginning and end of each row so you don't accidentally add or take away a stitch. That is the best way to keep your blanket square. Aside from like consistent tension, like all that stuff. To keep your blanket square, you want to make sure that you're not adding or subtracting adding or subtracting any stitches. You could count if you wanted to, but counting can get very tedious. So even if you used stitch markers at every like 10 or every 20 stitch, and then just count each of those sections as you complete them, that's a good way to keep count, so that you don't have to count like 100. Instead, you just count 25 times, you know, like that kind of thing. But even just using a stitch mark at the beginning and the end of a project to make sure that you don't add or subtract a stitch, that will help to keep your blanket square. Keep those edges nice and crisp. Shing! Yeah. Are these two different Keelas maybe? Wait a minute, is this two different Keelas? Okay, cool. Did you post this question on Yarn Over Hook, Keela? I want to be sure this is the same Keela. Because you have different profile pictures. I feel like these are two different Keelas. No, it's not. You are the same person. We have two Vivians, so now I'm just like confused everywhere. Sammy, how do you like your new crochet hooks that you got from your brother? I love them. I love them. I've been using them a lot. Bam! They are the Tulip Rose hooks. And Tulip just announced they're coming out with a Tulip Purple. And they look so cute, and I really want them. I'll probably wait until I go to Japan and actually get them from there, because they'll be cheaper. Okay, so these are my Tulip Roses, and I love them. I love them. They are so comfortable. I would say that the difference between these ones and the Clovers, very nominal. Like, very small difference. I think I like the Tulip better. I think I like how they feel better. So if you are considering the tulips, I highly recommend them. Definitely. They go from size 2mm to 6mm. So I think it's a really good range. Really good range, even for folks who really like to use smaller hooks, for like amigurumi, up to like wanting to use a bigger hook for like blankets or something. I think that this is a really good range. And then you get 2 little darning needles and a pair of scissors with a little cover on them. I want them to fall out. Why else are they going in there? You're messing up my demonstration. There we go. So you get 2 darning needles and a pair of wee scissors with a little case. And these scissors are good. There are some good scissors. I know the teal ones are pretty too. Those ones are the really small ones, right, Michelle? Or are those the blue ones? There's a set that's like really small. Thanks so much. My blankets for my husband is awful. I'm going to make him another one. You got it. You totally got it. Just make sure that you stay consistent with your tension, as well as what am I saying? Marking and keeping count. Oh, did you message Nairo? I think you might have messaged Yarn Over Hook and not me. The braided wheat stitch. That one is very pretty. Very, very pretty. I've seen that. I think, are you still here, Nairo? I don't think you said you had to go. I've seen the braided stitch, the wheat stitch in Brianna K. Brianna K just came out with a couple of designs. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Brianna K just came out with a couple of patterns using that stitch. Have you seen those? They're very pretty. I really like Brianna K's crochet. Like, she's so talented. Brianna K. What does she call it? I think she calls it the wheat stitch. Yeah. It's the bag. Oh, so pretty. I really want to do this stitch. I mean, this bag. I really, really want to do this bag. Let me see. Can I zoom in on it? There we go. This is the bag. Yeah, I think I can. There we go. Isn't that so pretty, Nairo? I'll share the pattern on Yarn Over Hook. But she has that one, and then she has something else. What else does she have? Was it a shirt? I think it was a shirt. Wheat stitch shirt. It was for the summer. This one. Influencer hand. There we go. Is it focusing on it? Let me post it. I'll post the bag. Bag is so fun. Oh, and then she has a wheat stitch tank top too. Yeah, if you just look at Brianna K wheat stitch, she does a lot of stuff with the wheat stitch. The tank top is so pretty. And she has a wrap and a sweater. Yeah, let me see. Maybe if I send you this, it might tell you all the patterns that she has done with this one. Because this says how to do it. And then, yes, wheat stitch baskets, wheat stitch hat, wheat stitch sweater, scarf, wheat stitch blankets, slipper socks, air warmers, gloves. She really likes the wheat stitch. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. But yeah, okay, so let me send the purse. Wheat stitch crochet bag. I'll send it here in the chat. And then I can post it on Yarn Overhook as well. Wheat stitch bag. Yeah. There we go. Oh, you're fine, Nairo. You're fine. Brianna K also has socks using the stitch. Yeah, she has a lot of stuff using that stitch. Should I add more detailing? I just did the tail and have a little yellow yarn left. I would. Yeah, the bag is very, very pretty. Pink Froggy, I love my clover hooks, but I don't really use anything smaller than a 4mm. Yeah, I really like the clover hooks too. And I think if you don't really go too far down or too far up, getting a set, I don't think is really worth it because then you'll end up with a bunch of hooks that you don't actually use. But I think you can buy tulip rows. I think you can buy tulip hooks individually as well. So if you are interested, you could just buy one and see how you like it and then get the set. Because I think Alexis said that she bought one rose and one red and really liked it, or one rose and then got the red set or something. I bought that shirt pattern, but not sure what yarn I want to use, and I'm leaning towards the tank instead, but I didn't buy that one, of course. No, Renee. Beyond Case patterns are also free, so you don't have to buy them, which is why I really like her patterns. Like you can, if you go on her blog, they're free on her blog. Yay, Sonia! Congratulations! When you get everything in there on your bookshelf, please post a picture. I would love to see it. Would love to see your organization. I really, really like seeing how everybody stores their yarn and how everybody organizes their yarn. What's your plan? So yeah, you're gonna put it in by color? Are you gonna just like throw it in there willy-nilly? Are you gonna go by like the fiber? What's your plan? What's your plan? Nairo, I have been liking prism hooks and the loops and thread hooks too lately. Ooh, I've seen the loops and threads hooks, but I don't know if I've seen the prism hooks. That's a fun way to spell prism. Prism. Crochet hooks. Oh, I have one of these. So my only thing with them Yep. So my only thing is that when I'm crocheting, this is how I hold my hook when I'm crocheting. Right here on the prism hook is their logo and the size of the hook. The way that it's inlaid in there scratches the side of my hand. it like really hurts. I've had to take like I took a nail file to it and like tried to scrub it flat, and I didn't, it's still not flat enough. But it rubs the side of my hand really badly. And it's because of how I hold it. It's just like it's how I hold my hook. So as I'm moving, it's going like this. It's just like just scraping. And so it's a little bit better now, but you can, if I don't think I'll be able to show it on camera, but um I'll probably have to file it down a little bit more. It might just be how this one was done, because I can tell that like a bit of the plastic is still sticking up on the edge. So if I just file it down, I'll probably be able to use it more. But yeah, I can like feel it. Like a memory of it, the way that it would like rub against my hand. Does it not do that to you, Nairo? Sonia, I haven't used any fancy hooks. My InCat used ones on from Amazon. I know there are inline and the other one, but what else are the difference in different hook brands? Ergonomics is different. Like this is a clover and this is a prism. Completely different shapes. Completely different shapes on the ergonomics. Hook placement, even like this, it's like flatter here, but the hook is facing forward. And like, oh, I guess it's the same way there. But it's just like it's different the way you hold it and how it feels. Let me see if I have another one in here, like a different brand. Because even between like my rose hooks, I'll get the same size. So all these hooks, oh, well, I guess this one's a 4.5. Let me get a 4.5. But my prism is an H, so it's an 8. So I'll get a 4.5. So let's have all the hooks face the same way. So you can see they're all different shapes. All three of these are different shapes. So that's the biggest thing. So if you want, you like figuring out which hook works best, you'd have to buy like one of them of each of them to like feel the difference in them. Let me see. Renee, what? That's so awesome. Glad I bought one to support her though. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. The glow up before and after will be shown. It'll just be by Fiber right now. Not sure if I have room to do anything else. I can't wait to see, Sonia. Sonia Perez, I have a couple of the Furls hooks. People rave over them. I highly, highly dislike them. Nairo, you're the first one. They break so easily. You're not the first one to say that, though. Even the metal ones bend. Way too expensive for them to damage so easily. Nairo, I am so sorry. Because they are not cheap. They are not cheap. I am so, so sorry. Jenny, I have a hard time reading the size on those. On the prism? Which ones? The prism ones? I almost always use 6mm to 10mm hook sizes. Ah! Nairo, yes. So I add a pencil grip at the end of my hooks, my prism hooks, and all of my thin normal metal Susan Bates hooks because I hate the rub on the edges. Okay, I thought that I was crazy because yeah, I'm like crocheting with this and I'm like, how in the world does anybody crochet with this? My finger was so red. And I feel like I'm just gonna have to file it down. Annette, why don't you like them? Yeah, the prism. Yeah, they are hard to read. And I don't like that it doesn't have the millimeter on it. It just has the number. Or the letter. Not the number. So I agree, Jenny. Welcome back, Snowwolf. Maybe put a band-aid over the logo. Oh, that's a good idea. Pink Frog. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Or even just like electrical tape. That would actually work too. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Have you crocheted, hi Starlin, have you crocheted a lotus blanket? I have not. Have you? How did it go? How did it turn out? Sonia, interesting. So maybe a little bit of how to metal material slips over yarn, but most of the difference is how they feel. That too. That too. It's all of that, Sonia. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you definitely want to try it out. I found also on Prism that the yarn like slips very, very like easily. And I felt like I was like crocheting with speed as I was going. Because it was just like floop, floop, floop. Yeah, the Prism hooks are interesting. They are very interesting. I might get a smaller one too and try it out. But yeah, putting tape or a band-aid at the bottom. I'm glad I'm not the only one though that feels that. They feel awkward in my hand. Ah, is it just like the thickness of it? Because like what isn't attractive to me is that there isn't a rest for my thumb. The reason why I love clover and tulip so much is because there's a rest for the thumb. I can rest my thumb, and because of how tightly I crochet, I need that. Otherwise, it's my arm starts hurting right down here. If I don't have somewhere to rest my thumb as I'm like gripping, it really starts to hurt down here and up into my shoulder. And then same with the tulip. The tulip actually has like a lip for your thumb to like grip onto as you're crocheting. So I feel like I have a lot of control with the tulip, which is so, so nice. That is like I think that's the biggest difference for me between the tulip and the clover. I feel like I have a lot more control over my tulip hook over my clover, of my tulip hook over my clover. Jenny, I love my frills, but I got mine when they were having a big sale. That's what I think I might wait until Black Friday and get one just to try it. Nairo, listen, I could talk about my frills experience for days, but then I might be I might be sued for defamation. Is that how you spell it? LMAO. They are beautiful. They sit amazingly in the hand, but why? That is so interesting. And which ones have you gotten, Nairo? You said the metal ones. Did you get the uh what is that material called? Because they're not using real stone. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. I like the Knit Pro Dreams hooks, but they are not ergonomic. How do they feel in your hands after crocheting for a long time? And that I have short hands. Ah, so then that's like awkward then. It's awkward to grip that. Ukulele girl, I'm on an old Papermate pencil with the rubber bands removed. I get crazy shooting pain, but I also love the hook. I'm on an old Papermate pencil with the rubber removed. Oh, right, because you broke a hook, right? Is that the one that you put your hook in it? I love that. Annette said, I posted my Mario Graph Gan. Ukulele girl, oh my gosh, look what Annette posted. I love it. I love it. Let me go look. Let me go look. You guys are the best. I love how supportive of each other you guys are. Annette, you were so close for 1, 2. That is amazing. This one you're crocheting it for somebody, right? The detail of the shadow on the pipe, perfect. That was so well done. Oh my gosh. Annette, that is so fun. Amazing job. Amazing job. Ukulele girl, the tail versus the shedding. I love it. Look at her little tail. Her little feather tail. So cute. Furls has metal resin. That's what it is. Resin and wood. The metal ones can get heavy with bigger sizes. Ah, so I don't want you to have to explain any more, Nairo, because yeah, I don't want you to get sued for defamation. But you said the metal one, and then was it the resin and the wood broke? The wooden and the resin. And my close friend, oh, you said the metal one bent. And my close friend has metal ones. I use hers, LOL. Then she showed me how her metal bent at the tip. No, ma'am, LOL. The metal is technically aluminum. That's all I have to say to that. Thank you for sharing, Nairo. That's a bummer. Those hooks are very pricey. Huh. Interesting. And I'm a very tight crocheter, so I don't know. I don't know. You guys know this about me. I am tight. Tight. With a UH at the end. Tight in my crochet. That's a bummer. That's such a bummer to hear. Okay. Let me check the poll. With 54 votes. Oh my gosh. I think that's the highest we've had. That's incredible. Wow, that's awesome. I'm distracted. Okay, let me get back to it. Let me get back. Sorry. With 54 votes, do you make stitch swatches? Yes, sometimes, and nope. So yes was 19%, sometimes was 28%, nope was 54%. Interesting. Interesting. But we did a lot of chit-chatting about swatching, and I feel like I've converted a few of you guys. So don't be afraid to swatch a stitch. Definitely don't be afraid to swatch a stitch. Especially if you've never done one before. Like you want to know what it looks like, or even if you like want to try a hook on something, like if you got a new hook and you want to try it out, doing a stitch swatch is perfect for that. You can do like Renee and like do like a random stitch a day or random stitch a week to just to explore stitches. But I highly recommend swatching some stitches, friends. I highly recommend it. I think you'll learn a lot. You'll get to see kind of just the variety that there is in crochet. And if you come across a pattern that uses that stitch and you're like, oh, I already know how to do that and I know what it will look like with this yarn and blah, blah, blah. It also helps to like do a stitch swatch with new yarn. If you don't know what that yarn will look like with a certain project, do a stitch swatch. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yes, I am a tight crocheter, which is also why I cannot knit to save my life. Yes, you did. For the rest of this year, I am committing to making a stitch. Yay! A stitch, making a swatch blanket or a swatch cardigan. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh, Naima, that makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And thank you guys so much for bearing with my technical difficulties at the beginning, and starting late. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and hanging out with me. Yeah, let me go ahead and close the poll. We got one more vote in. You like really snuck that in there really quickly. Hi, Vivacious Chess. We are just now ending, so you're gonna have to catch me on Tuesday. So yeah, friends, I will be live again Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be live again Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. So check in with me then. Come hang out. That last vote was me. My Vivacious Jess, you're amazing. So come hang out with me on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Next Wednesday will be a new Summer Stash Bash pattern, so keep an eye out for that. Let me know on Yarn Over Hook how your stash busting is going. Post your projects. If you have not signed up yet for Yarn Over Hook, join us. It's free and easy, and we would love to have you and see what you're making. You can join for free at yarnoverhook.com or just follow the link in the description below. You all are amazing as always. Thank you so much for the support and for just being the amazing you guys are. You guys are the absolute best. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day. And yeah, bye friends. Bye everybody. Bye, bye, bye.